I want to have a moment of Emma with you because I want to step into what I'm going to discuss today with you, which is reset your mind and claim your time. I want to have a different type of discussion because I want to bring the story to you from a historical perspective of what I mean about resetting the time, resetting your mind, and claiming your place in history. In order to claim your place in history, you have to understand what your history is as an individual and the time that you entered the framework of the century. What is it that I really had to bring, and what I realized that I am in the legacy-making era of my life. I am in the legacy-making era of my life. I have moved over to the voice of wisdom. I have earned it. But unless I understand it and claim it, I may still be trying to walk in the lane of those that I am trying to teach, when in fact, my life is now as the historian and as the elders speak. I was on the train when we got the news that they shot John F. Kennedy. That was monumental. I had read about Abraham Lincoln and about the death and the assassination of a president. But here it was in my time. I saw on TV the death of a president, and we viewed the car as it went down the street in Dallas. I was part of that history. I sat in my house and saw when the caisson went down Pennsylvania Avenue and they buried the first president that I knew that was assassinated. I know when people are suffering. You may smile in my presence. You may tell your jokes, but I understand pain because I've got 50 years of looking at it. I've got 50 years of history of seeing national pain, of seeing personal pain, of understanding family pain. So the resetting of my mind came about the resetting of understanding where I am in society and what my gift is as an elder. The World Wide Web was something that spiders did when they had a party. Tango was a dance. Facebook was when you went to the library, jammed your face inside of a library book where you hid your comic book so that you could read it. A URL was an unidentified flying object. And Pandora was a box that you never opened because it only meant trouble. Look how the language has changed. Hashtag was when you went to a diner and you said, by the way, put some hash on that plate for me. It had nothing to do with the digital world. But I've had to transition in order to claim the time of my own mortality. Steve Jobs said in one of his most important TED speeches that in order to live your best life, and he already knew that he had pancreatic cancer and that he would be exiting this world, he said, stay hungry and stay foolish. This man had a comeback from a setback that revolutionized the world of technology. He is the iBook, the iPad, the iPod. This is Steve Jobs. And in his exiting speech, he said, live your life like a race that has just begun. Live your life that someone who understands that the top of the mountain begins at the bottom in the valley. You see, real mountain climbers understand this. They don't take a helicopter and they're not transplanted to the top of the mountain. If you really want to get the reward, you have to start at the bottom of the mountain. I have always been a person that understood that if I'm going someplace, I want to be with someone. I want to hang out with somebody that's already been there. So I have my circle of senior savvy citizens that I go to when I have a problem. Because you see, if you're 40, I can't come to you with my problem. You see, I can't ask you, and I don't have that problem yet, I can't ask you about certain health issues because you don't know what I'm talking about. But if I go to an older woman, she understands. So your circle of friends, how you reset your mind, is to keep a perspective and keep friends from every age category.